I started playing Diablo 4 because it came out on Game Pass.
I played that game a couple of times.
That game reminds me a lot of Diablo 3.
That's that.
Huh.
I wonder why.
Like a lot.
Interesting.
I feel like that's by design.
Yeah.
It essentially is just more Diablo. Yes, that's what that game is.
I took the druid character.
That's one of the new ones.
Who
turns into a bear.
I turn into a bear, yes, and then I hit the people, and I can also like shoot lightning out of the sky. I can summon lightning down.
Okay.
It's pretty much, people talk at you. You X through it.
There's no story in that game. They like to pretend there's like a story in there.
I watched the opening cutscene. I figured they spent a few bucks on it.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Oh, look, there's a demon. I better go kill the demon for some reason. That's got to be Diablo. Okay, evil. I'm coming for you.
But I can see that game. It's a persistent game now. As soon as you turn it on, if you've played like a battle royale game, it looks very familiar. Oh, we're doing this season, and we're doing this season, and get this reward.
And you could still ignore all of it and just play the game.
Yeah, which is what I did.
What's all this stuff in Fortnite now, Wombat? There's like this thing you can buy, and then there's this other gameplay mode or something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's like a story mode or something. There's a PVE mode.
Well, that's always been there. That's the first thing. Save the world?
Save the world, yes.
That's the original Fortnite.
That's the original
Fortnite?
Yeah.
That's the original Fortnite. That's what was there for. That's the base, the actual game itself.
There's some pass now, like you buy this guy and then you get like, I don't know.
Well, if you buy you're talking about crew with Ares?
No, it's not the crew stuff.
Because if you buy crew, you get Save the World with that. You will get saved. I believe you still get Save the World with the crew pass. So you could get Ares, and there's the guy in the shop.
There's a guy in the shop, and then like
he has
V-Bucks. You can get like 1,500 V-Bucks if you do stuff in this Save the World mode, and
it's kind of a pain in the ass to get the V-Bucks and Save the World. I did it like.
Is that the only way to play the Save the World? Is to buy it?
I believe so.
You don't want that.
You're not missing anything.
Dash has been asking about it, so
now you know.
It's not for me. That's what I'll say about Save the World. I mean, he might like it. I don't want to,
He may. We got some bootleg figures in Madrid too at the flea market.
Nice.
That was a good time.
You can look up some videos on Save the World. It's the original. You could look at the.
There's a lot in the shop.
The announcement trailer. There's a lot of garbage in the shop. The shop, I don't like the new layout at all either. It's too cluttered. It's hard to figure out things. I miss the old shop and I miss the old lockers.
All right, what else are you playing?
I checked out Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 because it's on Game Pass and I like the first one.
We've checked out some of that as well.
I don't think I'm a fan. I don't think it's as good as the first one. I think it's a little confusing. And
Dash is doing just fine in it.
I'm sure he is.
He's not confused at all. He says the motorcycles are very fast. He likes that they added motorcycles.
See, I feel like the game isn't fast enough. I tried the motorcycles. I feel like it's just not fast enough. Maybe for me. Maybe
are you playing on easy?
I don't know. Is there a way to? Should I be playing it on hard? I guess I have to check. I just did the story mode.
All right.
Yeah. It was nice because that came on Game Pass now, and the Lego 2K Drive is on Game Pass.
Yes, so all the driving games are on Game Pass.
I've been playing more Helldivers. It's fun. One thing I noticed about that game, and maybe why it's so successful, is I use Google News to read my news, and I noticed that there's so many Helldiver stories. And they're about the nonsense story that's going on that's really doesn't matter to the game. But that's a good strategy for making a game. You always have you update the story every few days, and it gets bloggers to write about the game. And it just, it's more shit about your game. It's free publicity for your game just by saying, oh, the bugs are attacking planet nonsense. And it's a real big push. There's a story and it's meaningless really, but It gets people. It gets a story made. About
There are 45-minute long YouTube videos about the story so far in Fortnite. You know, it's a thing. It's a thing in these persistent games, and people write articles about it. It keeps users interested, and it's why 60% of gamers are
in these games.
Yep. Helldivers is a good example of a game, breaking through that.
Yep. I forgot to mention we watched the first 2 episodes of the X-Men 97.
Oh, 97? What'd you think?
It was good. Ty and I watched it. He did a good job.
Yeah, I'm up to date. I watched today's episode.
I wish it was like a little less for children, they didn't this. They are explaining what Cerebro is and stuff. It's we know what Cerebro is. We've seen it before. We can figure out you're wearing a fucking helmet and then you're using your superpowers. We can.
But there are 2 genes.
We don't. We just got to that part.
I know you did.
Anyway, it seems good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't need to talk about that anymore. Let's move
Anyone
on.
who's read an X-Men comic from between 1985 and 1995 knows what, yeah. Anyway.
CAGBag, Carlos writes in, he says, my 2 kids have started working and they are in school as well. When will you allow or encourage your kids to work?
My daughter starts her first real job when school ends this year. She's going to be a counselor at the camp that she went to.
No, but he says he wants to know about when they're in school also.
I know. She looked for a job this year, but she's still a year too young before anyone would realistically hire her.
Right.
That, and she has enough extracurriculars, to be honest, anyway, where I don't think she really needs it right now. Right. But I think next year she really wants to get an after-school job that she can do.
So she can get one of those Stanley Cups, right?
Yeah, that's what she wants.
Save up, get one of those. Yeah. Really trendy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for the most part, you're gonna be working for most of your life. There's no big rush.
But yes. Well, this summer, I think Sabrina will have fun this summer as a camp counselor. She's going to be a counselor for the little kids because she asked for the little kids, and I think she's going to just have.
I did the same thing last year. He asked for the little kids.
Yeah.
It's not so much that he asked for the little kids, but nobody wants the little kids, and he volunteered.
Nice. Yeah.
Because he felt bad.
They were talking the other day.
They were?
Our children, yeah. They were talking to each other.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's pretty popular. Nobody was looking to talk to me. He goes to a lot of parties, Sweet 16s and things, sitting at the
So apparently my son, who I did not know has a Snapchat account, got a Snapchat account. Not that he's posted anything on it because he's not allowed to. I guess he just wanted to look at it.
Right.
But he sent a friend request to your son.
Right.
Who in turn reached out to my daughter and said, "Is this for real?" And then they both had a really good laugh about it for apparently 15 minutes. So
nice.
Yep.
DeFatty writes in the chat, I have a very hard time believing Cheapy wasn't popular in his youth. Mm-hmm. Believe it. You can believe it. I mean, what do you mean by not popular? What's your definition of popular? I wouldn't meet any definition of it. I'd literally meet no definition of being popular. There's no, not even the 4th definition of it.
I was just super popular in college, and Matter in the chat can confirm. I was incredibly celebrity popular.
Is that true?
No, of course not.
I wasn't either. I was more popular in college because at least people showed at least there was a girl showed interest in me at various points during college.
Yeah.
In high school, nobody showed any interest.
Yeah, exactly.
I was very skinny also, DeFatty. You might not realize that when you're in high school and you're 6'4" and you weigh 165 pounds, it's not the greatest look. I mean, I had hair and stuff, but it wasn't enough. If I was really good at basketball, that could have done it. I feel that would have helped, right? That would have helped a lot. But I was not. I was not good. So there you go, DeFatty. There you go. Let's remind everybody that we have a TikTok now. CAGcast podcast on TikTok, where we put. I'll go through every episode of the show and pull out clips and format them for vertical video, and you can watch like a couple minute versions of clips that I make.
Where we do our dancing as well, right?
There's no dancing. It's just the same video.
It's where when I get pulled over and I say I'm a sovereign citizen is also on the CAGcast podcast.
I'm allowed to film here. It's my
I'm
First
allowed
Amendment.
to film. There's a lot of me telling people I'm allowed to film there. When I'm on the school board, that's also on there.
Right. Yeah. The motivation. We give a lot of motivational tips on there. How to make money.
Every time I cook with tater tots, that's on there as well.
Yes, Wombat does a get ready with me on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, get ready with Wombat. I'm gonna actually show you how
I'm on TikTok, CAGcast podcast. Of course, I host a crappy podcast that's been going on too long.
Right, I'm gonna show you how to get the kinks out of your back. Like this one exercise that makes all your back problems go away.
Here, I have 5 tips for a successful marriage.
Yes.
That's also on there.
Yes. So that's CAGcast podcast on TikTok, and you get the same shit on the Instagram CAGcast. I don't know. One of them's CAGcast, one of them's CAGcast podcast. Just type in CAGcast on both those, you'll find it. The TikTok ones actually have longer videos because you can have a 10-minute video on there. Sometimes you get like an extended clip, but it's the same shit just with our video stacked vertically. It's in the palm of your hand. You can see us all in one shot. I think it's great. And there's captions. Did I tell you about the captions? God damn, we got captions. I don't know. That's it. That's all the excitement that I've got for you this week.